this is the Retro Bear, once again in the gaming pantry, and welcome aboard to a bit of a special video, because this follows a special event, because we managed to meet some YouTubers, which is great, because no one's met anybody for ages. This is fantastic. Let's get to that in a second, before welcoming you to La Pontry de Gaming. We are here once again. It is very warm in here. That's because this is the fourth video I've done in a row. It may be 2 weeks after I put the first videos out, but it's been 4 weeks or so. 4 hours, 4 straight videos. Oh, I've forgotten who I am. I forgot what I'm talking about. Anyway, yes, thanks so much, Steve, for tuning in. If you are here for the first time, welcome to pick up some stuff, and welcome aboard. If you do like what you see, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and tick that notification bell if you're back here once again. Thank you very much indeed for calling by and seeing what it's still all about, and if I'm still doing this rubbish. What have we got in the background? We always address the game in the room well. For the nervous, the sort of weak of stomach of you, we have in the background Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z, which is why I'm wearing sort of a martial arts related t-shirt today. Those who remember the 70s TV Japanese program over here, it's called Monkey. It's called something completely different elsewhere, I expect. So we have Yaiba, which I picked up in the Game Last Generation sale probably about 12-15 months ago. Not a great copy of it. I've got to swap the case out. It's still a bit knackered, but it is a violent game, so just prepare yourself for some of the images that you'll see on the back here as we go through. It might just be the same thing going through again. I thought there'd be a bit more to it than that. But as you can see, this one does have the comic book, and also there is the soundtrack as well in there. And it was quite surprising I got this, because this was all sealed when they were selling them off. It was all sort of sealed. What we got here, we got one cyborg ninja, tons of zombies, and massive chaos. Yes, this is exactly the sort of thing you need for a bank holiday afternoon when I'm recording this video. In which case, probably towards the end of September, for enjoying yourself. Thought it might do a bit more than that, but it may just do that same story over and over again. So we may change the game if I just get a bit bored with it. So I'm sort of limited on the games I can put in the background, so I'm working my way through what I've got down here, which is not great. No one wants to watch a Zumba game in the background, do they? Do you? I don't know. Anyway, the purpose of this week's video is pull the table over here before we start. We know what we're doing. The purpose of this video today is to discuss an exciting day, the 30th of August, I think it was, when we came. And we had a couple of visitors to our area, which was absolutely fantastic to see and to meet for the first time as well. So we welcomed down one of my fellow TNB cohorts, Eddie Rollercore. Nice to meet Eddie for the very, very first time. And Big Game Al, Planet Retro. Everyone knows who's Big Game Al. Al, you need to change your channel to Big Game Al, because no one knows who's Planet Retro. But Al came up. I think Eddie came down on a Sunday, on a bank holiday, and that's commitment. Eddie had been to the car boots before he even got down here. And also, they're coming into our area to meet myself and also Retro Kit, John. And it started off because I sort of woke up. I didn't sleep particularly well Saturday night, and then I woke up Sunday morning and sort of got up and checked my phone, as I always do. And then there's a message from about 5:10 in the morning on Sunday from John saying he couldn't make it because his daughter wasn't very well. And I thought, oh, that's a shame. I thought, well, I messaged him back saying sorry to hear that. I take it the other boys know that it's off, sort of thing. And I didn't hear anything back from John. So I sort of went downstairs and made myself a drink and sort of sat there and sort of thought, well, I can do this and this now. And the next thing, my phone rings, and it's Eddie saying, I've just been to the car boot, and I won't spoil it because Eddie, I dare say, I've done a pickups video. He may have done it by now, but you'll know what I'm talking about if you go and see it. I bought this, and this. He said, I'll be with you in about an hour and a half. I said, oh, so you're still coming then? And he went, yeah, we're still coming. He said, Al's already left. I know Al lives sort of like 2.5 hours away, 3 hours away. He said, oh, Al left at 7:30, at 7 o'clock, 7:30. He should be with you by about 9:45. I thought, oh, right, okay. Right, then I'll meet you there. So I thought, So I've got to swing myself into action, because I was just slowly starting to prepare myself for the fact that we weren't going to do anything. I thought, oh, well, in that case I can do some videos today and you know, sort of spend some time with Mrs. Bear And all of a sudden I thought, no, I'm going to go and make sure. And, you know, absolutely no problem at all. I messaged Dainster to see if he was available, but he wasn't feeling well, so he couldn't make it. That would have been great if he'd come out. And then I messaged John, and then I think John managed to work it out. I think his sister took his daughter to the clinic or something like that. Anyway, I can't tell the ins and outs of it. John eventually decided to make it, so I then sort of got myself out of the house to meet Al down by the game shop we were going to, and then Eddie sort of, me and Al were standing by the side of the road, and Eddie drove straight past us, and had to turn him around and come back again. He got his dog with him, got Kitty with him, because I think his ex couldn't have her that day or something, so he had to take the car boot, and he brought her all the way down. She was so well behaved that day, cute little spaniel dog. That is really annoying because that's going to keep doing that. Well, I'll ignore that. I'll change that in a minute because we're going to do something else very, very shortly. So, met up with Eddie. We talked about what we're going to do, and then John messaged me to say, I'll meet you at CEX in our local town at 10:30. So we get down there. John sat outside, big bag of games, and the boys are there. We're all there. All four of us are there. So we're off and running. Eddie wanted to take a game to CEX and trade it in, so he did that. John had bought a big bag of PlayStation 2 games for people to look through. I think Eddie took those off his hands to see if Sean wanted any, because he was seeing Sean the following weekend at Arcade Club. Al gave me a game, which I'll show you very, very shortly. So Eddie changed his game over in CEX. We then went and had breakfast, bought the lads breakfast because they made the journey to come down, gone down or up, whichever way they're going from, so bought the guys breakfast. Then we went off to Vintage Gamer, which is a game shop we've been to before. And we did some shopping in there, and wow. Before we even got out, Eddie turned up with a car full of stuff he'd bought at the car boot off his car boot guy. And like I said, if Eddie's done this video, massive amounts of money he spent. Goodness me. I won't even spoil it for you. But yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. Now, it makes your eyes water. And, you know, sort of you go in a cold sweat when you realise how much some people do spend on this great hobby. Yeah, I always sort of champion the fact that I can sort of spend very little and still enjoy it. But I know some people, the way they collect and the things they want to go for is going to cost them a lot more than a few quid down charity shops. It's going to be a bit more than that. So we went to CEX, and after we had breakfast we went up to Vintage Gamer in Collie Gate, which me and John went to a few weeks ago on the hottest day of the year. We then decided to meet up on the coldest bank holiday in history. I don't know where we do it. We're going to find a day where it's going to be sort of like, you know, an averagely warm day for the time of year. That's what we're going to do next anyway. And we were probably, what time did we get there? I'd say we were probably a good couple of hours in there. Nick the owner was in there, and oh my goodness me, there was some serious coinage dropped in there as well. Now, this might work, I don't know. I took some video footage while we were in Vintage Gamer, which I'm going to put up now. So hopefully this will work. Al was looking for some GameCube games. John was looking for Commodore 64 stuff. Eddie was just looking for things in general. And yeah, see what you think. I hope this works, because I've got to try and transfer the files across from my phone to the computer. So we'll see how it goes. If there's complete blankness and nothing happens, and I'll come back, then we'll know where it is. But I won't know until I've done it. So I'm recording this before I know. So if I act differently when I come back, oh, shut up, get on with it. This is some footage from Vintage Gamer. Let's see how we get on. Al game hunting. So what are we looking for today, Al?
GameCube.
So we've got GameCube stuff over here. Have you found anything that you're after?
Yeah, but I can't show them because it will spoil me picking.
Oh, yeah. You see, he only has the expensive stuff today, folks. That's all he's after.
Big hitters.
You've already spent up so far, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. Definitely. CEX has already robbed me of some money.
In fact, before we even got to CEX, he'd already dropped 50 quid. Which is typical fashion.
Always the way.
That's it. A decent selection of GameCube games here anyway. And you see Ali's being very meticulous in checking for manuals.
Yeah, you got to.
And he needs to be complete.
And hopefully English version rather than green. Purple.
Ah, so, oh right, so you're just specifically going for the...
UK Power.
Yeah, what colour's that then? That's a green, is it?
Green ones, yeah. Although some of them you can't get in green, so you do have to get the European ones of them.
The expert is talking, folks. He's
giving
you the lowdown on what needs to be done. How many games have you got so far in the GameCube collection now?
Just past 150, I think.
And what's the actual set number?
446, I believe.
So you're about a third of the way there then?
Yeah. We'll take a third of the way, yeah.
Ah, right. Well, I'm sure we'll see how he gets on later.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe a few £100 lighter, I expect, as well.
Oh, and the rest.
He was also procuring games. It's like the Master System set. Eddie's brought his dog with him today
Kitty's here, aren't
for
you?
extra support.
Happy, are you? Going game hunting?
Sniffs out the bargains.
Yeah, she's a
sniffer
bargain
dog.
sniffer.
Bargain sniffer. So are you after anything in particular while we're here, or?
Cheap Master System games, really. Yeah, I won't mind some games. Submarine Attack.
No, I did.
Retro Red Steve pointed it out as a good shooter.
Well, I did see it last time I was in here, actually.
Ooh, that felt. Here we go, 2 in 1. Here we go.
Yeah, they sound it.
Yeah,
There we
so
go.
maybe these two will be on a future pickup video. You never know.
We never know.
You never know.
And how much have you spent so far today?
Here, £0.
Yeah, but before
a lot.
a lot. Yes, Eddie turned up having been to the car boot this morning, and with a rather large selection. So we won't spoil it because we'll do it in a pickups video, I'm sure. But he'd already arrived a few £100 lighter than he left this morning.
A couple of consoles, one boxed, and quite a few tasty games.
Ah, well, there we go.
Right.
So hopefully he'll find some other stuff, which I'm sure we'll see a bit later on when he's found them. And then there's another one there, Aerial Assault. And that's going on the good pile.
A good pile indeed. Very good. Cool.
Borrow your dog and just sniff out some wee bargains, maybe.
Come on, find some more bargains, Kitty. Where are you gonna? Well, she was trying to get me in there, in the back room. So I think that's where they all are.
Oh, all the cartridges around there. So
No, further back. Look at all them. Look at all them right there.
Ah, that's all the stuff that doesn't work,
Secret
isn't it?
stuff. She was telling me to go over there.
Very good, aren't you, Kitty? Very good. Yeah, she's pointing in that direction, so maybe. Now, we joined John at the very back of the shop. There he is. And he's going through all the old tape games. Have you found anything yet of interest?
What, these three that I'm looking at?
Because you're going for the C16 stuff, is it? Or are you just going for the 64?
A bit of everything, really.
Yes, we've got Rogue Trooper. Is that the 2000 AD cartoon, is it?
I couldn't tell you.
I think it was. Ah, Psycho Pigs UXB.
That looks a bit of fun.
And a value pack. They're always good
Perspective.
stuff, those. We got on that one BC Bill, Pedro. I'm not sure that's politically correct anymore now. Not sure is that politically correct. Pedro, yeah, he's got a sombrero on by the looks of it, so that's it for now. Oh, we found that on the floor earlier as well, the Rastan cover for the Hit Squad. I'm not sure that's a particularly rare game or not, I don't know, but
Not particularly.
yeah, we rescued that from the floor. So this is a big box of tape games, and it's all mixture of 64 and specky stuff, isn't it?
And Amstrad as well.
Wow, Trevor Brookings World Cup Glory. That must be a really early one. There we go. Whoops, fingers. Wow. Never even heard of that one.
Box art on that. Massive. Amazing.
So this is what it's all about, this sort of era, isn't it? The quality of the box art on it, which was what you had to go on, because most of the time they got the screenshots on the back. That one has, though, but not most of them have. So we have to anything particular while they're here, which is
I'm looking for Commodore 16 plus 4.
Mm-hmm.
Can't find any at the minute, but there's a lot to go through. And it's not in any kind of order, so it's just going to be diving through and seeing what we find.
See, this is what it's all about in here, isn't it, really?
It is.
You're searching through. Let's walk through here and you can see what I'm talking about, because there we go, it's really out of focus, so it's better, it's all focused now. I think you're out of focus on most of that, John, but there we go.
Don't worry, probably better for your channel.
But yeah, you can just see what we're dealing with here. I mean, look at all this. This is right up to the ceiling. Mega Drive, you got Master System a bit further on down. I'm not very good at this. Usually we use a static camera. You've got loads of Xbox there. That's one I looked at earlier. Jeez. Get your fingers out of the way. There's actually a slipcase of Medal of Honor European Assault, which is quite cheap going to pick up, but there's actually a slipcase on it. That's one side of it. Just move a bit further around, you can see, look, we're dealing with massive amounts of PlayStation 1. Look at all this here. Absolutely massive amounts, and below that, PlayStation 2 as far as the eye can see. Absolutely amazing amounts. And then you've got Mega Drive up there, that then leads into, you've got Atari 2600 at the top, you've got Game Boy Advance, Game Boy, another row of Master System, and then we've got some boxed in 64 at the top there. Look at all that round the corner. There's a Super Game Boy up there, some joysticks, some old Saturn stuff, the really common games that I pick up right in the very corner. And then, wow, I mean, this is just a small room. The smallest room is it's tiny. That's the main shop through there, which we'll have maybe a bit of a look at later.
Yeah, you can go where you see, you can go, there's some obscure PS1 in there, just or a little bit popular.
Just another room in the shop with guns on the wall. Massive amounts of PC games up there, the top corner. We've also got big box 16-bit. There's some 360 on the shelf there, some Wii, some Mega Drive. And then right down the corner there, again, that's a 16-bit stuff, 8-bit stuff. Absolutely amazing.
You know, Craig Zero Games sold it for 50p. Did he? At the market a couple of years ago. And then someone picked it up, bought it, and then someone went, you know, that's a rare one, right? And it was like, shut up. Because he just thought it was just a cheap nothing game, and then he looked and he was like, oh my god. Just, if you ever see him again, just say, have you got Detective Mouse for the PlayStation 1?
So after we dropped all that money in vintage game, I mean, you can see what I mean there. I mean, what a great little shop that is, and it just goes on. It's like Aladdin's Cave, Pan's Labyrinth, and any other sort of Grand Canyon of games. It really, it just goes on forever. It's like the TARDIS. It really is. It's fantastic, and the guy's got some great deals in there, and so did I, which I'll show you a bit later on, because I'm not going to get into that. I'll talk about other stuff. So that was great fun, and then that was about, I think we got out there about 1:45, maybe even a little bit later than that. And then we were sort of deciding what to do, and then we decided we're going to go a place called Entertainment World, which is in Yardley, which is a bit of a trek from where, probably about half an hour's journey across Birmingham from where we were. But we thought, oh, we'll stuff it, we'll go. So we dropped my car off at my house. Al dropped his car at my house, and we all went up in Eddie's car. We did get slightly lost on the way there, even though we were using a sat-nav, or a thing plugged into a phone. Got slightly lost. But we got there eventually. I think we got there about 3 o'clock, and of course they shut at 4 on a Sunday because it's Sunday opening now. So we did manage to make it across there. Again, massive amounts of stuff in there. But don't take my word for it. Why not check out the video footage, because we got some footage from it. Not so much footage in this one, because two reasons. One is that the card machine, the guy's card payment machine, wasn't working properly. So that took me out of the equation because I hadn't got any cash on me, and I don't think John was. I think John spent enough as it was anyway. But Eddie and Al did find some stuff in there. There was a cash point round the corner, but they had to go and draw some cash out from it. But I thought, nah. When we on the way across, John sort of mentioned, because John'd been there before, and he said that they had some very good prices. Usually, that they were very well keenly priced. But when I got there, they seemed quite expensive to me, and I did speak to him about it. He said, yeah, it looks like they put their prices up a little bit, but I think Eddie and Al got some good deals out of it. And again, they'll put that on their own channel, but we'll talk about that now. Anyway, here's some footage from Entertainment World, which I hope will sort of show you what we were talking about.
Yeah, the first one that I did, it was rear facing, and that's a little bit better than the front facing. Yeah, just turn it around. I mean, we don't need to see really. I think 30 quid, well, 30 quid on SD card, I thought it was wicked.
Oh, I need Mario. I've got Luigi, but I've not the movie Mario.
Oh, we got Wrestle War over again.
Again, I've already got it now. That copy was really good condition when I picked
I
it
don't
up.
recognise that spine for G-Lock from Mega Drive. Can't remember it being on the Mega Drive.
Where?
G-Lock? Is that on the Mega Drive?
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
the spine look like? Well, I'll tell you if it's wrong.
That one.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Learn something new all the time, don't you? But, although they kind of made it look like the original, aren't they? It's not Nickelodeon style. Yeah. Oh, I've got these. I want the Gurmans as well. Yeah, don't worry, dude.
Fantastic.
We've got some that I've got to get to the storage room to get some out to test.
So this is Entertainment World in Stetchford, I think it is, in B33 in Birmingham. And we've spent quite a bit of time here this afternoon. No one's actually bought anything yet. But as you can see, there are games and toys and figures as far as the eye can see. You can see we've got a couple of monitors down here. That's got Sonic the Hedgehog there, and I think there's some sort of wrestling game over there. There's some walls of stuff. This is oh, something else really. Just been round turning stuff off because it's closing time and we're still here. But there's PS3 there, the 360 down there, PS4, and all the retro stuff is over here. So hopefully that worked. I've changed the game in the background since we've been away, and I don't think that's any better because I think that's all it does. I've been watching it for about 2 minutes now and it's just spinning round. Anyway, it's called Vanquish, surprisingly enough. It's a Sega game, which was described at the time as the future of first-person shooters. And it's from the acclaimed game director Shinji Mikami. I would love to be able to tell you who that is. I'm sure most people more enlightened than me will know, but I don't. So if you are watching, Mr. Mikami, I'm very sorry, but I've got no idea who you are. I do apologise. Yeah, so that was Entertainment World, and as you can see, the guys dropped some more money in there. But yeah, just so much retro stuff knocking around. It was fantastic. It was great to have everybody up there. After that, we then went back to John's to see some of his stuff, retro kit stuff, and he's got stuff everywhere, like most of us have. And he entertained us for a couple of hours, which was brilliant of him. And then we left him there. He doesn't live too far from me. And then Eddie and Al came back to the pantry. They had a tour of the pantry. First people to have a tour of the pantry. And the spare room, and the front room. They had a work around Mrs. Bear's workshop and looked at some of the stuff down there. And then they went off to meet Danester's mate Liam for a drink before they went home. I got a message from Eddie about 5 to 1 in the morning, which I presume was when he got home. To say yeah, he really enjoyed it, and God knows what time Al got home. I really don't know, because he lives a lot further away than Eddie does from here. But yeah, just a massive thank you to Rollercore Eddie for coming down. Big thank you to Big Game Al Planet Retro for coming up. Great thanks to John as well, Retro Kit, for being able to make it. I met John before anyway, but nice to meet Eddie and Al, two people I've spoken to for a very, very long period of time. Nice to meet some fellow YouTubers. I've not met that before. We also met a bloke outside CEX in our local town who was talking games with us. We got no idea who you were, sir. But yeah, it was nice to talk to you as well. Fantastic. So yeah, what a great day. A lot of coinage dropped. You'll see on their videos how much coinage was dropped compared to what I did. But you'll probably be a bit surprised. Let us do some shout-outs, because it would be nice to do that. I've got, obviously I mentioned Eddie and Al. I'm going to give a proper shout-out to a couple of people as well. Just a quick hello to Scott Glory Hunter, who's back. I've not caught up with your videos yet, Scott, but it's good to see you back on the tubes, mate. It's been a few months since you've been on. Also, as well, I'd like to say, give another shout-out to Retro Kit John. Go and cross look at your channel. He's got too few subscribers. Man's got a tremendous collection. We've seen it firsthand He's got stuff everywhere. He's brilliant. He's a really nice guy as well. Lives local to me, which is fantastic as well, because it's nice to have so many people on your doorstep, and I know exactly where he is now, and he's probably about 5-10 minutes from my house at the very, very most. So if I go probably that way at least once a week, so it'd be nice to know where he is and pop by. But yeah, I owe you a tour around the pantry, mate. You weren't able to come yesterday, but we'll make sure we sort that out for you. A couple of just quick shout outs beyond that. So Retro Kit, first one, Ellipse Gamer, a channel I've been sort of following recently. Some interesting stuff on there as well. Go and have a look at that. There'll be a link in the description below. And also to the Socially Distanced Gamer, who's going through a number of games through A to Z and doing some gameplay videos and playing them along there. Really enjoy his channel. Again, short videos, very, very quick gameplay, you know, I think 10-15 minutes, something like that, and just getting sort of first impressions of it. And he's just going through A to Z and so many different systems. Great name for a channel at the moment as well. Do pop along there. So Retro Kit, Ellipse Gamer, and Socially Distanced Gamer. Descriptions, links in the description below. I never get it right after all these bloody years. And welcome back, Scott. Nice to see you, mate. We'll catch up with that later. So those are the shout outs for there. Yeah, hope you can go along and give some Retro Bear love. Tell them Retro Bear sent you, because they won't have any idea who you're talking about. I always say that. So what do we get? That's why you're here. You want to say we picked up compared to what everybody else did. Right, let's do what Al gave me, because Al bought me a gift up. He bought me I think a couple of PlayStation 2 games, I think it was, which I'd already got. He said, "Oh, I've got this as well if you want it." And I was like, "Yeah, thank you. I'll never even heard of this game." Which I think someone told me to shoot at, and it's a Blaster Master on the NES. The NES, and a NES game. In fact, you're going to see something very strange in this video. There's going to be another NES game. It's 2 NES games in the video. I think that takes my grand total about 12 now, which is brilliant. But thank you, Al, brilliant. I've never heard of that one before. I look forward to playing it. I may stick it in the Retron. I may not get it out again. But yeah, no, this is absolutely superb. So fantastic to get that. Then after we bought all our stuff in Vintage Gamer, we were... I think Al got me on video. They've got a bargain bucket in front of the counter. You can see where this is going, can't you? Because he said to me, he said, "I'm surprised you're not going in there, Russ." I said, I said, "Yeah, I'm not living up to my reputation." I said, "If I go in there," I said, "that's it, you know." And lo and behold, I was getting a bit bored. I thought, "Well, I'll have a quick look in there, just see what's in." Then next thing you know, Al's filming me, which had the bear in his natural habitat. Yeah, thanks, mate. I'm not sure whether that's gone up online or not by the time this has gone out. I don't really know. Couldn't resist going in there. Anyway, I found this and I thought, "Oh, wonder what that is." And I'd look inside and it was something I don't collect for. So I said to John, I said, "Oh, any good to you?" And he said, "Oh." So he sort of spoke to Nick at Vintage Gamer. Of course, John had spent 100+ quid, and he said, "Oh, have it," he says, you know, sort of thing. And it was this, which is a little pouch full of PSP. Now, I don't collect PSP. I hope to get a PSP at some point. We have a PSP downstairs, which Mrs. Bear's workshop have not been able to repair it for whatever reason. I think it's a battery. It's not straightforward. We've gone through all the straightforward stuff. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's about 7 PSP games in here, I think. So what have we got? I don't think there's anything fantastic in here, but there are some things. So we've got the customary Ben 10 game, Ben 10 Alien Force. And that was in there. This one I was quite excited about because I'm a massive fan of this series. I was quite chuffed to get it. And this is Football Manager Handheld 2008. I never played a Football Manager game beyond 2007, but that is my sort of game. So I'm quite happy with that. You can see why this was the bargain bucket, can't you? Then we've got Alien vs Predator Requiem. Then we've got FIFA 09. I think he had this priced up at £3 in his bargain bucket. But he said to us, you know, I've got this game so many times now. Lego Star Wars, the complete trilogy. So this is the first one, not the other 3. But again, to have that on the move would be quite good, that. There's actually a film in here which is Underworld, which is rather disappointing. It might be a good film. We were talking about the PSP on the day and talking about how good quality the UMDs are. And then the last one on here is SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, which I suspect is an American copy because it's got the M for moderate violence on it. I don't think these are, yeah. These may actually even be foreign discs because I'm just looking at the classifications on them. Yeah, look as if maybe they got the Australian classification on them. Or the American ones, I don't know. Anyway, bit of a curiosity, and like we were given that for free, so it's coming in a little Virgin. Let's say there, Virgin Megastores case, not Virgin Megastore case. Don't know whether it's like designed for. Well, it could be designed for combat discs. It's too small. I don't know. Anyway, not bad that for free, so we were quite happy with that. I've ended up with that. I didn't ask for it. And the great thing about sort of these shops is that when you walk around and try and pick up stuff, there's just so much in there, and it's very, very difficult to try and work out what you want. And we spend hours in there. I'll leave that on there for the moment. Spend hours going round and walking in there. I mean, I think I spent probably about 5 hours in this shop, and I still haven't got through half of the stuff I wanted. It's got stuff piled everywhere. You've seen the video. Hopefully you've seen the video. But I was after certain games, and like I said before, I'm just going to be a bit more refined in my collection and just try and pick up stuff I wanted. So I've wanted a game in this series. I've tried looking for the Master System version, although they've got about 7 or 8 copies there. They're all in various states of missing something, hangers or manuals. There just isn't. I just can't pull. You know, they've always got something missing out of it. Always a bit grubby or something like that, and I don't want to get into it. They have got one copy though on the Mega Drive, and I thought, well, that's the step up from that one. I haven't really got it, but it's about as close as I can get on it, and it has come a long way. It has come a long way. You'll know what I'm talking about when I show you. So the first one I picked up was Afterburner 2. I've been after Afterburner for ages, and this is about as close as I can get to actually having Afterburner. They don't know how to treat their cartridges properly, because they put this in the wrong way around. But they do clean your cartridges for you. They give it the old alcohol cleaning on it. So again, nice copy that. Full complete, manual's in good condition, cartridge is really, really nice. And it's come from London, this one, because you'll just see there it says Computer Games in London. 081 number, goodness me. 309 Goldhawk Road, London W12. Are they still there? Somebody might know. That's back. But I've been after Afterburner game. The one Afterburner game I didn't get was the one I probably should have got, which was the one that came out on PlayStation 3 and 360 for a very limited time, and you can't get now. I've got crappy 8-bit conversions, which you shouldn't be playing Afterburner on an 8-bit. This is about as close as you can get to sort of decent conversion of it. It didn't cost me $12.99. I'll tell you how much it cost me at the end, but I can't get that sticker off at the moment. But I will do. I will get it off. Yeah. So I was happy with that Mega Drive game. Don't mind that. Then a couple of box games as well, and I mentioned the NES game before, so we've got RoboCop on the NES. It's a little bit, you've got a bit all scuffy around the top there, but to be honest with you, I think that's a nice condition. I've not got a boxed NES game. This is the other reason why I bought it, is because I don't actually have a boxed NES game. Another thing as well, we do look after this stuff in there. We've got, you can see there, we've got the game and the slipcase inside as well, which I'll just stick there as long as it doesn't fall off. It's teetering on the edge. Haven't had it less than 24 hours now, and I haven't broken it yet. And then we've got the manual as well, which is a pop, a slight dog ear on the top corner. Is in very, very good condition. So all in all, that's a very, very nice condition copy. And like I said, I don't own any boxed NES games, so I think for that price there, I think that was a pretty fair price to pay. Don't think it's meant to be all that hot. I don't know. All that good. I don't know. But yeah, really, really nice, that one. So I'm very happy to get that. Next one I got, now, and again, I've never seen this before, and the only reason I picked it up was because of this particular reason. And in fact, even Nick said he hadn't seen one of these before either. And this is actually Medal of Honor European Assault on the Xbox, which is not a particularly rare game, except the fact that it's actually a slipcase. Now, I never knew that it had slipcases for the Xbox. It's got some damage at the top there, a little bit damage. But I think that's a little bit faded down the side on the Xbox side there. But I think that's not too bad. Slight embossing on the old dog tags as well. I didn't check the game, which is not like me. There's no manual in it. But I'm pretty sure my standard copy's got a manual in it, which I may have put it together. But I've never seen that before. If you've seen that before, let me know. I might be talking out my arse, but I've never. I don't know if it's particularly rare or different to see something. I mean, they must have made some of them because there's one here. But how many of them did they make? I don't know. I've never seen one before. Never seen one like that before. And then the final game, which I picked up. The box is I would say in a fair condition. It's all held together and it's just a bit worn. But Super Nintendo of Super Star Wars. I thought it about time I treat myself some nice games that I might actually play. So you can see there's obviously worn around the side there. I think it's had a bit of a squish because it's a little bit flat on the top. So whether they've had the old iron on this, I don't know. But I mean, this is the sort of condition, you know, I would expect a 25-year-old, 30-year-old game to be in. When did this come out? Give me a date. Go on, give me a date. They're not going to, are they? 1992. So I mean, it's nearly 30 years old, this game. In cardboard box, you know, 30-year-old cardboard box. There can't be too much dissimilar on that. I mean, it's you know, I would say it's a fair condition. It's a fair condition. Let's show you the inside. So there we go. We've got the cartridge and the inlay there, and also the instructions are a little on the tatty side as well, but they're all intact. It's not falling apart. And I know this is an incredibly tricky game to play. A friend of mine had it when it came out. And yes, it was incredibly tricky. I played it at... I've got it on emulation. I played it on emulation. It's really tricky. I played it at the National Video Game Arcade in Nottingham before it moved to Sheffield. And yeah, it's still a very tricky game. But yeah, that was nice to have that. And I thought, well, that'll go nice. So I've got 5 now. Box Super Nintendo games. Not a huge amount, is it? 5. But yeah, I bought 2 now in the last year, which is great. But now the painful bit, the painful bit. Compared to the other guys, I got off real lightly with that. 50 quid for all those. I think 20 for that. I think CXL for 22. Robocop I think was 20. I think that sells for 22 in CX as well. Afterburner was priced at 15 and he gave me that for a tenner. I think CXL that for 15, and he chucked in Medal of Honor game free. The guy said, you know, you probably might have haggled a $5 off that as well, but you know, to be fair, he did sort of say 55 and I'll give you 50. I'll take £5 off and give you that game free of charge. I probably could have haggled a bit better, but I probably got him. I got 50 quid's worth of games for, you know, got 60 quid's worth of CEX games for 50 quid. So as far as I'm saying, the tenner, I couldn't compete with the other guys in what they're spending because I just hadn't had the budget they do. But for me, that adds some nice games to my collection. Also, games that are, you know, certainly was. I don't know, flip it. Nearly let me standard slip there. No, flipping heck. I would play Medal of Honor European Assault because I love the Medal of Honor games. I will sit down and play all those, and it's nice to be able to sort of say, yeah, I did spend for me a lot of money, but I will sit down and play those. And it's nice to have those on my shelf, especially that one, especially Robocop. That's probably, as much as I wanted to get Afterburner, and as much as I was really happy to get Star Wars, that there is my first boxed NES game. I've got boxed Mega Drive complete games. I've got boxed complete SNES games. I ain't got a boxed NES game and then that with everything in there, with the plastic covering for the cartridge as well, is just fantastic. So yeah, I need to work on my bartering a little bit. And of course, Al's given me that NES games. That's why there's 2 NES games in this video, and John's given me that all I need now is a PSP to play them on. Not a bad day out really. Like I said, the whole purpose of it really is just to meet the guys and to spend some time with. I mean, it was from sort of like quarter to 10 Sunday morning, I think, till about just gone 8 o'clock on Sunday night before Al and Eddie went for a drink with Liam. You know, fantastic day, very, very tiring day. I mean, I am an old man now. I think 10 years ago I'd have been all right, but the old back about 6 o'clock was beginning to hurt a bit, and legs were a bit tired, and I hadn't eaten all day either, which was, I did a couple of drinks during the day, but I hadn't eaten all day, which was probably didn't help. But I didn't think how long it would be. I didn't go to Entertainment World, but we decided, we'll just go for broke and have fun. So hopefully we'll do that again very, very soon. And I hope you enjoyed that. That was good. It was a good day out, good fun had by all. Great to meet people. Should do it more often. Yes, definitely. So, small pickups. Don't forget to check those channels I've shouted out. Hopefully, I might do some gameplays on these. Well, if I can get them working. The problem is I'm not the greatest in sorting these things out. I want to try and work on a bit more of the more upscale stuff, but there we go. Thank you very much indeed for watching. It's been a pleasure talking to you once again, and hope you will come back again in the future. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and tick that bell for further video notifications. Like I said, don't forget to check out the channels I shouted out: Ellipse Gamer, Socially Distance Gamer. Is it Ellipse Gamer or Gaming? I can't remember. Ellipse Gamer, Socially Distance Gaming, Gamer, and other people. John Retro Kit. All the links in the description below. That's brilliant. I'm going now. I've done enough of these. Thank you very much indeed for watching. We'll speak to you again very, very soon. But from the Gaming Pantry, it's toodaloo and bye for now.